everybody, it's Murphy Gray Hunter, and we are back for Vlogoween day 28. Whoop whoop, 28. I cannot believe we are almost to the end. It's almost Halloween, guys. I was at the store today and I had all the Christmas stuff up, and I'm like, I'm not ready for Christmas. I'm so not ready for Christmas, but it's gonna come regardless. So anyway, we are Monday, October 28th. It is about 5:40 in the afternoon. And so, yeah, I was struggling throughout the day today. I have been suffering with a migraine for the last 3 days. I finally busted down and went and got some Excedrin. I don't like to take medication. And so, I know, being a nurse and all, I don't like taking medication. But I finally broke down and went and got some Excedrin. And finally, it is gotten so much better to where it's tolerable. It's, you know, I think I haven't had migraines in such a long time. Actually, the last time I had migraines when I was in college and I had all that stress on me and whatever. But I think this time around, I'm thinking my migraines decided to revisit because of hormonal changes. Great. Like, I thought like when I turned 50, I was going to be able to like, get a discount to the movie theater, get a discount to somewhere else. And then I realized that you're not old enough yet at 50. I'm like, okay, great. But what do I get? Hormonal changes. So I think maybe that is one of the triggers to migraines. But whatever the hell, why it's here, you need to go. Bye, Felicia. Like, bye, girl. You got to go. So that Excedrin kicked in and it's so much better. I can still feel it, but just a little bit. Besides, I have a very high pain tolerance. So, very high pain tolerance. I only act like a baby to my husband, and then I'm like, okay, put on your big girl panties because you got stuff to do. On Mondays, I cleaned the house. And so I got up and I ran to the bank and I did all the stuff I needed to do. And then finally I'm like, who are we kidding? This is never going to go away. So I just took it and now I'm feeling so much better. I cleaned the house half. I cleaned enough to just be like, and since I clean the house every day, it's not a huge struggle. But guys, I'm going to do this video. Like, someone suggested for me to do a video on facts about myself. And I'm like, y'all gonna think I'm crazy when y'all hear some of these facts, but I am a very clean person. Like, I like things to be a certain way all the time. And anyway, like, I'm the kind of person that can't go to sleep if there's a dish in the sink. I know, crazy, right? But I can't. Either take that dish, throw it in the trash, throw it outside, but it can't be in the sink. Like, I have to have everything clean and put away. All right, so let's start with the cup of the day. After all that complaining, this is my cup of the day. It says trick or treat. Look how cute. Look at that. Ah, it's so cute. Look at that cup booty. It's so cute, right? I got this. It's white in the inside. It did have my coffee till my daughter came in here and swallowed it all. She goes, can I have a drink? Sure. I'm like, oh, okay. But anyway, I got this at Walgreens today. So if you guys have a Walgreens, jet on over. I got this for $5. And right now they have buy one, get one 50% off. So I got another one and I'll be showing y'all that one tomorrow. But, yeah, they cause you know, they're putting the Christmas stuff out. So all the Halloween stuff is super cheap. And if you like Nightmare Before Christmas, Walgreens has tons of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. They had some Nightmare Before Christmas cups, but those were $10 a piece. So they have this one. They had a few other cute ones, but yeah, I had to get it. You know, I love little cauldrons and little feet. So cute, right? And it stands so well too. Like, all right, now that that's done. So a friend of mine asked me if I'll make a video reviewing these books. And I said, boy, you must have been reading my mind, because I was definitely thinking about, you know, showing a video with these. This was on my list of videos to do. And I have been seeing these books up on my shelf, and I'm like, I'm going to do a review. I did a review of these books for my coven. And when I was looking through these books, I really realized, like, wow, these are really great books that I haven't picked up in a while. So let's do a review because that's something he asked, and I love him so much. And I want to share this with you guys. Okay, so these are the Encyclopedia books. Let me move this light. Okay, the Encyclopedia books, I know you guys have seen these. These have been floating around the witchy community for some time. So I have 3 of them. I actually have 4, but my third daughter has my 4th one, which is the Encyclopedia to Mythical Creatures, I believe. Mythical creatures or magical creatures. It's one of those. But he showed me a book of, it's this version here, but it's the Encyclopedia of Hauntings. And I'm like, ooh, I really am going to do some research to see what other books they have, like in the Encyclopedia series, because I definitely want to build these up. These were originally $25. I got I have 3 different books I'm going to show you. I got them each for $10 at Half Price Books. And he got his for, I think he said $3. And these books are kind of old, so I'm sure that you can find these at a really reasonable price. Don't go to Barnes & Noble and buy these full price, unless they're like $10. But don't pay more than $10 because these are floating around a lot cheaper. Okay, so this one is by Teresa Chung. This one is the Element Encyclopedia of Psychic World. The ultimate A to Z of spirits, mysteries, and paranormal. This is a big, thick book. And let me just read a little bit here. This says the Element Encyclopedia of Psychic World is the ultimate guide to the vast and the mysterious field of psychic phenomena. Covering history, folklore, and scientific research, this encyclopedia includes everything from poltergeist and demonic possessions to palmistry and clairvoyance, from telepathy and levitation to alchemy and astrology. From out-of-body experiences to psychic healing, if you ever wondered how ghost hunters investigated a haunting, what reincarnations is, how the tarot works, what mystery lies behind the Bermuda Triangle, or how you can develop your own psychic abilities, you have come to the right book. That's what's in this book. Sold by Science. Like I said, I read these books such a long time ago because I bought them so long ago. The table of contents only has like acknowledgments, introduction, the Element of Encyclopedia of Psychic World, and it just says 1, resources and index. That's it. Let me show you. This is like the first time I've ever seen a table of contents that just has like that. It's like, there you go. It's like when I look in the mirror and I go, well, as usual, this is as good as it's going to get. Okay, so it has the introduction here. Like I said, I've read these a long time ago, and when I pulled them down, I was kind of skimming through these, and I'm like, you know what? I really need to reread these books. You guys, I don't know if y'all are like me and have this Dory syndrome, where I forget everything, and I really have a lot of great books that I really need to pick back up and start reading. Instead of like concentrating on buying new books, I really should just start looking into the books that I already have and reread some of these, because I have totally forgotten about these books. So this has A to Z, and it just has like, here it has like the afterlife. It talks a little bit about afterlife. It talks about the Akasha and the Akashic records. So it's like this. So it has like the Akashic records, and it has a little bit on it. This whole book, hold on, let me take this jacket off for a second. Okay. So this whole, look at the inside of that. Isn't that cool? So the whole inside of the book, I should turn the camera around instead of killing myself like this. Why do I do this? Okay, hold on. We're going to turn the camera around, and that way you guys can get a little glimpse of the inside. All right. Whew, so glad that Excedrin worked. So glad. Okay, hold on. I really like this inside page. Oh, let me not knock over my new cup. So this book has everything that has to do with the psychic world. Again, what I like about these types of books is that, like here, Astral Doorway. If you don't know what an astral doorway is, it gives you just enough information to give you some basic knowledge of what it is. And then if you are still interested, you can use that, you can pick up a book or you can Google it or whatever. It's just enough to give you basic information. And it's all in chronological order. So here, candles and candle magic. It tells you some information. And let's just say that you weren't into candle magic. This doesn't waste like 10 pages talking on a subject that you have no interest in. It's just enough. And it covers so much. And I'm just like, whoa. Like here, grimoires, gree balls. So if you didn't know what a gree is, it tells you what a gree is, how to, what they are, not how to make them, but what they are. And this way, if it's something that you think you might want to do, you can Google them, pick up a book, watch a video, or whatever. So that's this one. And they're just all like this. There's no illustrations, there's no colored photos. It's just information. I mean, this stuff gives you so much to read on. It really is worth the $25, but now you can find them so much cheaper. I would really try to find these books cheaper because they really do, they really are a great collection, to add to your witchy library. Okay, let's do the other book. The other book that I have by Judica, whew, I almost dropped my cup, let's put it over here. Judica Illes is The Element of Encyclopedia of Witchcraft. This is a complete A to Z for the entire magical world. So this one says here, the Element, I can't see with the light, the Element Encyclopedia of Witchcraft is a comprehensive celebration of all facets of witchcraft, from fairy tales to familiars, hags, and healers, from ancient Egypt to modern Wicca and neo-paganism. This reference book reveals the many faces of tradition of thousands of years of witchcraft. I do remember reading this book, and this book here was the first one that I bought. And this had so much information in it, because you guys know how much I love history. I love folklore. I love to read about people in history, as far as like the Salem witch trials or any of the actual witches in history. There were so many that I didn't even know about. So when I read this gave me some ideas on who, like, other people to look up and read. Anyway, so this kind of hits on all of this, like the Dictionary of Witchcraft, magical vocabulary. That's really cool. So if you don't know what a lot of the things are, the fairy tale witches and Mother Goose, food and drink, the hag, the horned one, and the devil, magical arts, and then a little bit up here. A witch's travel guide, tools of witchcraft. And tools of witchcraft, even though it sounds so simple, if you have no idea, in the beginning, like I was like, what do I need an athame for? But it's because I wasn't Wicca. So, I wasn't Wiccan. So I didn't need an athame. Not to say that only Wiccans use athames, but me personally in my craft, I didn't need one. Okay, so let's see. What was I looking up? Need a brain is what I need. Okay. I was looking up the dictionary, witchcraft, and magical vocabulary. So these books don't have like illustrations or photographs, but it does have like really cool headings. And this just breaks it all down. It's just information. So if you're a person who does not like to read, this is not the book for you. But see, it just kind of gives you some information. Seeing books like this is like, oh my god, I can't wait to read it. Like, you're such a dumbass, you already read it and don't even remember. Yeah, kind of like that. I hate that my memory is so horrible, and I read a book and I'm like, wait, what did I read about? Bruja, brujo, and brujadilla. So it tells you like what it is. which reminds me, I'm just kind of showing y'all the A to Z that they have here. I've been thinking about changing the name on my Brujas Facebook, because I think some people get on and they think that it's just for women. But I made the word bruja because, you know, my grandmother was a town bruja, and I was thinking about changing it to represent both brujas and brujos. And so I think I'm going to change it. So, but anyway. So this is lots of information, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, if you can get a hold of these books, I definitely would. Okay, and then the last one is by Judica Ilias. This one is the Element Encyclopedia of 5,000 Spells, the ultimate reference books for the magical arts. This book, okay, let me read what this is about. Where is it? The Element Encyclopedia of 5,000 Spells. It's a comprehensive, and it is the essential reference for anyone who is interested in folklore, mythology, or magic. Okay, so it's kind of self-explanatory, except this one is my favorite out of all three that I have right in front of me, because this one has, let me unplug this. Okay, because this one has so much information. So it has 2 parts. And so this one has, like, part 1 is the elements of magic spells. So then you have this information. Part 2 is the actual spells themselves. Now, let me show you the other half before we go into the book. So here is a little rough draft here. A little peeks. All right, so this book contains like black pages like this that has information. This book is not suitable for children. Well, I guess I should put it up. Okay, so, oh, I meant mine like a child, and child is completely different. Okay, the introduction. Okay. So, like I said, this book has so much information. You can see how I was highlighting things when I first bought this so I could really remember things. And then, of course, I love all these. Like when I'm doing homeschool, and some of the books that I use for homeschool, they have like little boxes like this. And I always tell Jade, always look at the little boxes, because the little boxes have so much information, like keynotes. And so, anyway. So it just breaks everything down, like about spells. And so like here, cauldrons, charm bags, and then it has charging your mojo bag. So what is a mojo bag? Well, you know, how do you do it? And it says here how to charge your mojo bag. Crystal balls, dolls, fabrics. It's just a plethora of information. Banishing spells. Now let's go to the back where mostly all the spells are. So let's just say here. So you see how this 2-page spread, well, all where you see the little wands, those are all spells. They're very small spells. And again, you don't have to use these spells and do like word for word on these spells, but it is a great reference that you can use so you can learn to make your own spells. You can use some of this and turn it around. Lots of stuff. Out of the 3, like I said, this one is my favorite, even though the witchcraft is my favorite because I love the history and folklore. See a lot of these pages with information. Love magic spells for romance, true love, seduction, and sex. Basic love. And here it gives you like the universal. I'm reading through the phone. I shouldn't do that. Oh, hold on one second. I hear the next door. They threw their ball in our backyard, and they still think we have our dogs. So they're like, can we go back there and get your ball? I'm like, no, I'll get it for you. We don't have the 2 Cujo's back there no more, even though we saw the signs. But anyway, so this just has a whole bunch of stuff like this one here, come back powder spell. So you could look at this information here, and then you can either do this step by step if you want, or you can revise it and make it your own and just get some ideas. I really like this book a lot. And I know some people look at these spells and like, oh my God, that spell looks crazy. Well, again, not every spell is going to be like right on the money spell. But like here, like this one, prosperity powder. Grind and powder the following. And so it gives you these spells here that you could use for prosperity. Yes, all of these you could use for prosperity. But in looking at this, you don't know that you feel like you need to use all of these, but you don't. If you only have but 3 of these, you can. Or if you know your substitution for patchouli, you can substitute for something else. Anyway, and it just tells you how you can use it. And then a lot of other money spells. Or come to me, or whatever it is I was looking at. But that's what that has. They're really good. Okay, let's go back up top. So for me, I like all of these books. If you're just interested in getting the book for spells, then yes, I recommend this 5,000 Spells. This is a really good book. Again, a lot of these spells may not be for you, but it's a great reference book. And again, not only is it a spell book, but it also has a lot of information. If you already have a book on folklore and witchcraft, then you don't need that other one. But if you just want a great spell book, this is good. It's 5,000 spells. You know, I'm sure out of these 5,000 spells, you can find something that works for you. But it also, like I said, it also is very informative. And that's what I like. I like books that, yes, that are, you know, that are spell books, but also books that are very informative. Okay, thought I heard the bell again. Like, look, children, that ball falls in my yard again. It's mine. Okay. So yeah, this 5,000 Spells is a good book. It's a very good book. My second favorite of the 3 is this one here. Like I said, if you want to know more about witchcraft and the folklore, I definitely would suggest getting this one. But this also has, this has more than just folklore and witchcraft. This has a lot of information on paganism, hags and healers, familiars, and traditional witchcraft. Again, even if you are not a traditional witch, isn't it nice to have that information? You want to be a smart witch. You want to be a witch that only, don't just stay in your comfort lane, like in your comfort level. Go outside of your comfort level and learn about other types of witchcraft. I say that because I love to study religion. I love to study religion and culture. And I like to know what other people, what they celebrate, what they believe in, what their values are. And so I take that interest with witchcraft because I want to be able to, there's so many witches in the world. Like, there's so many. And being on something like with YouTube or Facebook or any type of social media, or you go to any witch gathering, there are so many witches out there that, you know, they follow different paths. And so, you know, you may not understand everything about alchemy. Let's just say someone says, I'm an alchemist. And a citizen is going like, what the hell is that? You will have some basic information, some basic knowledge on alchemy, what it is. And that way, when you're talking to this person, you kind of know what they're talking about, you know. And I don't know. I just, again, you know how I feel about being a well-rounded, well-seasoned witch. It doesn't just come with your knowledge of spell work, but it also comes down, it also is the history of spells and the history of witchcraft, the folklores, and where we come from and all of that good stuff. I mean, you know, it has to be more than just, well, this is what I'll do. If you sit there and you ask yourself, what does being a witch mean? Like, I know there's some videos going around saying, what does I think the title is, what does being a witch mean to me? And I've watched a lot of them, which they're amazing. I love to hear how everyone talks about what witchcraft means to them, or what being a witch means to them. But it also involves your knowledge of witches, and not just witchcraft, but witches in general. And you want to be able to have a basic knowledge of witches in our history, like where we came from, like how did we get from that to here? So when we are celebrating, you know, witches, we should have like a witch day, and we should have to share like with Halloween. Like we should have an international day of witches, you know, because there's so many of us, you know, everybody gets a day. Have you noticed that? Everybody gets a day. Why can't we have a day? You know, and so I just think that with the history being as rich as it is in witchcraft and witches in all different cultures and religion, I think it's just important for us to have that knowledge. Anyway, and then this one here, the psychic world. This one is really good also, but this one here is just a lot of this one has a lot of information on poltergeist and demon possessions, palmistry, clairvoyance, everything magical. This gives you tidbits on. So again, you can't go wrong with any of these books. I really do suggest if you find this book and you can get it at a decent price, grab it. I am definitely going to get that book that Ricardo showed me. He showed me the Encyclopedia of the Hauntings. I definitely want that one. I need to get the book back from my other daughter, the Magical Creatures one. And I'm going to look to see what other books are part of this element of encyclopedia books, and really work on building that up, because these are really great books. They really are great books, and they do make a great addition to your witchy collection. So it really is about building knowledge for yourself in your craft, you know. All right, guys, I know this was a short video because y'all are used to some long ass videos, but I wanted to get this in because I need to go downstairs and make some dinner for my Jade. And now that she drank all my coffee, that girl's gonna be up for a while. Can I have a drink? It's all gone. Okay. All right. So I am writing those ideas down that you guys are giving me for future videos. So yeah, please keep them coming. You guys know I'm going to continue to be making videos. I'm just not going to be making them like daily like I am here. They'll be pre-made and posted every day. But they're still videos, right? Whether they're fresh or recorded. All right, guys. As always, love you all. Blessed be, and see y'all tomorrow. Bye.